In our first story, India has set up an investors help desk for the overseas Indians and people of Indian origin. This help desk will handhold these investors and ease their investment journey. Despite the current economic slowdown, India is very much on the path of becoming a $5 trillion economy. And in this very direction, a PIO Investors Help Desk was set up by Invest India in partnership with People of Indian Origin Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This help desk will help in promoting investments in India from overseas Indians. Minister for Commerce and Industry and Railways Piyush Goyal launched the PIO Investors Help Desk in an event held in New Delhi on Friday.
We will have a dedicated desk and a dedicated page for really quick response and real-time feedback and handholding for investors from across the world, from amongst the persons of Indian origin. It's an absolutely great privilege for me personally.
PIO Investors Help Desk will also be hosted on the Invest India website to expand the outreach digitally.
PIO Investor Help Desk and PIO Chamber of Commerce and Industry will work with the Government of India, different ministries, different institutions, but primarily Invest India to make sure that PIOs and NRIs who want to invest in the new wonderful growth story of India will not have to run helter-skelter for permissions, for rules, for regulations, even to deal with the states of India.
This will serve as a fast-track mechanism for investors to fill in a form for query resolution, wherein NRIs and OCIs can raise their concerns and questions regarding investing in India. The inauguration was followed by a conference on global Indians for a USD 5 trillion economy. On the occasion of Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar addressed delegations of overseas Indians in 8 consulates around the world through video conferencing on Thursday. Indians across the globe celebrated the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas on Thursday. To mark the occasion, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held an interactive group digital conference with overseas citizens of Indian delegations in 8 consulates around the world, including Singapore, London, New York, Doha, Paramaribo, Kuala Lumpur and Port Louis. The minister assured the audience about streamlining the procedure for procuring OCI cards and their renewal during the interaction. Jaishankar addressed the gathering at the Pravasi Bharatiya Centre in New Delhi for audiences in Indian consulates who were present via video link, broadcast to the world via a live stream on YouTube. Jaishankar in his speech said, the Pravasi Bharatiya community that numbers over 30 million today can be found in every continent and virtually every nation. It is truly representative of what our society has to offer, whether in science, creative arts, technology, medicine, engineering, or in spreading Indian values, traditions and soft power. India on Thursday took envoys of 16 countries, including that of the United States of America, for a 2-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir. The delegation met Lieutenant Governor G.C. Murmu as well as some civil society members in the region. Envoys from 16 countries, including U.S. Ambassador to India, arrived in Srinagar on Thursday on a 2-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir. The Delhi-based envoys arrived by a special chartered flight at Srinagar's technical airport, where top officials from the newly carved-out Union Territory received them. Beside the U.S., the delegation included diplomats from Bangladesh, Vietnam, Norway, Maldives, South Korea, Morocco and Nigeria, among others. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday said that sectors like tourism, urban development, infrastructure and agro-based industry have a great potential to taking forward the economy, and the fundamentals of Indian economy has the capacity to bounce back. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the fundamentals of the Indian economy are strong and it has the capacity to bounce back. Addressing a meeting of economists and industry leaders at Niti Aayog, Modi said, sectors like tourism, urban development, infrastructure and agro-based industry have a great potential to taking forward the economy and for employment generation. He called for a focused effort from all stakeholders in order to achieve the target of $5 trillion economy. Stating that India is land with unlimited possibilities, Modi requested all stakeholders to do their bit to bridge the gap between reality and perception, and everyone must work together and start to think like a nation. The possibility of a truce between the US and Iran came as a relief for the Indian stock market on Thursday, as the BSE Sensex climbed 634 points to close at 41,425 points on Thursday. As the tensions between the US and Iran eased, global investors came back into the markets on Thursday. The US Fed move to inject massive liquidity using repo rate operations also fueled a global market rally. The Indian stock markets were no different as benchmark index Sensex rallied 1.55% or 634 points to close at 41,425. The broader index Nifty rose 1.58% or 190 points to close at 12,215. The fall in global crude oil prices has been the major trigger for investors to shift their focus back to markets from geopolitics. Global gold prices too cooled off from recent highs of nearly $1,600 per ounce to $1,550.